That's the power of Banish on Robin. It forces your opponent to make decisions they don't fully understand. Alright, welcome back crew. We're in for another Nico Robin video. Today we have this is the same list that we've been running, still testing through it, still performing well. The last time I had a video I said, I think I'm getting rid of this card. Well, it's pulled a few swift ones. I played a game against Shanks the other day and this card just ramped me so hard. They quit on turn 5 because they couldn't answer the Big Mum Katakuri Lin Kaido combo. And yeah, they quit so fast that yeah, I didn't even realize what happened. Anyway, I'm not ready to get rid of this card yet, so we're still having a look. Maybe this is the card we need to get rid of. I think Gamma Knife is still something that we need. I don't have it in this list, so I think I need to get that in there. I'm not sure 1 or 2 copies yet, but that is on my radar right now. Anyway, if I'm not going to go full through this deck list, if you do want to see a video that has me go through this deck list, click on this link up here. If not, let's just jump straight in. I've just got one game lined up for you today. We're going into Yamato, and it's a really interesting game. Yeah, it's very it's not one-sided at all. It goes both ways. Yamato pushes sort of like Robin does in more of an aggressive way. She tries to get rid of, or she tries to starve you out by you trying to defend a double attack. So very different to how Robin does it, but they've got a similar game plan with a completely different set of cards. So let's check it out right now. All right, Robin into green Zoro. This is our ultimate deck here. Let's mulligan that. That did not look good. And no pudding. I'm so confident in this current build that I think we can take on the current OP12 leader, Forerunner. Let's see how we go here. Not a great start. This is going to generate value each turn, so and I've got nothing to remove it next turn. So what we're going to do instead is take a life and trash this one, because I'm going to attack into it with a 0 cost. No, I'm not, because they're going to attack me. All right. Rocky start here. Might do a 1. Grab that. That's all right. I'm going to play out Hawkins. Hawkins is so good into these kind of matchups that try and control your field. Ditch the Frankie, gain 1 more. We're looking at Mum next turn, and we're going to play out Hawkins now. So if they do target the Hawkins, they lose a life anyway, and they're trying to defend it. Wow. That's the power of Banish on Robin. It forces your opponent to make decisions they don't fully understand. Take that one, that's fine. We expected that. And they didn't have enough to swing through again. So this is our bigger threat. So we're going to swing into it. We're going to remove this Cavendish. We're going to put it into their life. But first we will get rid of this one as well. All right, board is clear. We can get rid of Rosie now. We're going to gain a life. We're going to put this to the bottom. End the turn here. Hawkins is their biggest threat. This card is a monster. And they leave up one so they can use Paradise on it and restand it so it can defend again. Taking that, trash their life. That's fine. Come at me. That's good. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting here. I'm going to hold this because it can hard remove this. But what we're going to do first is I'm going to put 2 on Robin and swing and see if they block it. And I don't think they will because Big Mum can just take it out. So let's remove one here. I'm going to play this Katakuri first, actually, to restand Mum. I think that's a safer play, and they couldn't use Paradise anyway that turn. So if they leave one Don up this turn, I'm making their turn even more Don inefficient. And they don't have enough to be able to do the double swing. They need 3 on to do that. We could counter out. But I think I want to keep my Robin just to trash one of these ones here. All right, so we're going to try this again here. And it doesn't look like they run Paradise Waterfall, perhaps. Counter out. Maybe this blocker. Okay. We're going to attack in with this blocker. Hopefully get rid of this. Counter out. Okay. Try again. Okay. This one's going to give him Don to be able to swing twice. So maybe I'm going to get rid of that instead. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this one instead. Put it to the bottom. End turn. Yes. Restand 2. Okay. I think we're okay. I can't remember what Kawina can... okay. Do we just counter out of this? Take it. Take this one. Trigger that for sure. Bye, Bonnie. Need to take this thing out, actually. I just found another Cavendish. Can't play it, though. We can block and 2-1. And then they can do a... Yeah, we'll do that. A block. And then a 2 and... Have to get rid of Robin. I'm going to keep Robin. Okay. All right. Want to do Robin. again. I think they're actually going to do that. They might have Paradise now. Rightio. Rightio. We're just going to then swing at this and play out Robin. There's another Cavendish. All right. And didn't they have Cavendish in hand? Yeah, they had a Cavendish in hand. So that's the last card is a Cavendish. Do we try and be greedy and get one more here? I think we do, because then we can threaten game next turn. All right, this is looking really good now. Let's end our turn. Going to restand 2. And all we need to do is survive here. We need 4 hits next turn, which we could do. Gonna take this. They might have this Zoro to do another swing. And if they do, we are not good. No, they don't. We win. Interesting, right? Robin into green Zoro. Very, very interesting. We would have still been stretched here because they could have pushed here into our leader, and we would have been forced to block and couldn't have counted out of that either unless they left one up. If they did 2 in here, we could have counted out of it, but if they did all 3, we lose this one. Then we have to swing 4 and make sure all 4 land. Looking at this, a 2 1s, another 2 here, 2. You know, I reckon they could have gotten out of one of these attacks. Although if I stared it right, nah, they were done. That is Robin into green Zoro. All right, we have Robin into Yamato here. We want first. We've got a blocker. This is an interesting matchup as a whole. I think we're going to keep. I don't even know actually how to tackle Yamato at the moment. Haven't done too many of her. I know the cards she plays. I know the aggression she plays. I feel like she's situated in the meta just like Robin. That she is so close to being there, but just missing a little bit of spice. But a good player can take full advantage of these matchups and do very well. So, I think I need the blocker. I'm going to swing here, discard this, and then play a blocker. They do have a Kikunojo. Kikunojo. All right. Play this one. I'm wondering if they have one of these in hand, because why would you discard this? I guess I didn't show my blocker before. Okay, we can counter out of this one. And if it required me to discard 2, I probably wouldn't. Okay, we can do some of our own pressure here. We're going to drop this one. Play a Hawkins. Good one to get rid of. I think we're doing okay. Because we're in Big Mum territory now. Whatever we draw, we have to get rid of with Big Mum because we want to keep the category. So it would be nice to take a life here. So yeah, I really like Yamato because she plays the starve game but in a different way. They're having a real good think about this one. What do they have with 6? Okay, it's not going to be 6. We're going to take this one. And we could trigger that. We could trigger that. Not worth it. Yeah, I'm feeling like this could be another one we axe from the deck just for the meantime. It's a card. If you got the alt art, I wouldn't get rid of it just yet, even though it'll rotate out next year. I think it's going to come in handy before then. That's what I'm doing with my alt art anyway. All right, banish, here we come. We don't like being banished, so we block it. And they throw 2 on to become a blocker. Very smooth play. We're going to get rid of this card. I think is the play here. Attack at face. No, they'll just block that out. Get rid of this one. Attack at face to get rid of 1 from hand. No, I'll get rid of this one as well. It's just such an easy attacker that they can turn it into from nowhere. Just with leader ability. So, okay. I'm glad that's gone. And now we're going to drop this. We'll ditch this one. Gain 1 life. And drop that to the bottom. To the top. Add it to the bottom. Bottom's best because it's got no counter. And then at least we know there's nothing tricky in that last life. Well, this is a good game. I like this matchup. Turn 4, and it just feels like the game started. That said, we have no hand, so they've starved us better, but I think we've got better board presence than they do. If Robin ever got a card that was somewhat like the blue pudding, this deck would go really hard, really, really hard. That would be the card this deck would need. Actually, if there was a hand reset, because then you're able to if they're taking life, I mean, the way you play around with your banish, yeah, it could be quite strong. We're obviously taking that. What's the other card? Hawkins. Okay. All right. They want their Kikunujo. What else are you doing? Are you going to do your 2 onto this one and swing? Or are you going to turn it into a blocker? Ah, you're swinging. All right, we're taking that too. Not bad. That's a good trade. Getting a Frankie for a Frankie. We can drop our Katakuri now. I'm going to leave 2 up. So, 1 in it here. Lose on. Should have done 1 first, actually. Would have been the smarter play. 1 here. Okay, that's fine. 1 here. Katakuri. End turn. Really end this. Let's re-raise this guy. All right. 1 blocker. 2k. -3 +4. And whatever's here. So if they attack with this first, we take. Not sure how they're going to plan. They need to push for it this turn, or otherwise they need to go for our board. And if they go for our board, we're still in a strong position. Yeah, having I mean, realistically, they've got 3 attackers. I mean, I wouldn't even call that. They've got 2 attackers. Could turn this into a 3rd. That is what I would have expected. Okay. Now they could push for game. Two on 8, 8, 8. They're swinging all 8s. And we need to take this one. Okay, that's no good. We'll get rid of Katakuri. And then we need 2 1Ks or a 2K. It's a bit dicey, right? Have faith. Got it. Nailed it. Knew it all along. Bam. Good game. That is good game. Turn 5. So much happened. So much happened in that. Crazy how much happened. Now, we want to take this life. We're going to do 6 with Robin, 11. Doubt they're going to counter this. Get rid of that thing. Now what do? We want to hit... This will extract 2 cards. Next one will extract 2 cards. Then they can't block one of these hits. If they're all 2Ks, we win. We've mathed them out. That's still fine. You drop 2 cards there. You'll realize in a second, yeah. Yeah. Good game, Yamato. That was a crazy one. Really, really close. Really, really fun. Got to check this one out, I reckon. She looks good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did like it, please give me a like. Let me know what you did like about it. Let me know what you like about Robin. I really value Robin as a leader. I think it's only a matter of time before they print that one card that she needs. And everyone will be playing her at that point because she is such a good, just a solid leader. I think she can make top 64. I think she is stretched to make top 16. Things need to go her way for that to happen. But there is a possibility. I do hope that we see it in this OP11 format. Anyway, until next time, please do look after yourselves and look after your decks.